Good afternoon, everybody. Our next speaker, Sue Chadwick, is going to talk about yoga tools for inner peace. She's with the Ananda Meditation and Yoga Center. She's been a guest speaker and teacher at Medical City Hospital, the University of North Texas, and yoga centers in the DFW area, Arizona, and California. Please help me welcome Sue Chadwick.
Thank you all very, very much. It's always a pleasure to be here. Our Ananda Meditation and Yoga Center has been a part of this Wellness Expo since the very beginning. So we are very happy to continue to be here and to have watched it grown for all these years. It's also a blessing to follow Orrin Harris, may I say that. Orrin has been, and Ronit, his partner, have been to the Ananda Center. Ronit and I go way back when she first came to study meditation. I hope she didn't mind me saying that. So anyway, I've known them for years. And what I heard him saying now moves straight into this topic of using the tools of yoga for inner peace. Coming to know that we truly are intimately connected on a level of soul, a level of spirit, however you want to say it. Yoga is not about the religious practice. It's more a spiritual practice that helps the practitioner to get the experience, and this is the important thing, not just to know in your intellect, but to gain and to experience our oneness, our inner self with a capital S, our inner peace, the joy that is ours to know. And the yoga, the word yoga, is so much more than a lot of people know in the West. It is not just about the yoga postures, which are beautiful, and asanas. That's the hatha yoga. Hatha is the physical branch, if you will, of all the yoga practices. But the big umbrella of the yoga practices is called Raja, R-A-J-A, Raja Yoga. And that means royal or kingly. It encompasses Hatha Yoga, the postures, the asanas. It encompasses meditation, right diet. It encompasses chanting, attitudes, right attitude, yamas, niyamas, Patanjali. I could go on and say so much of what it is that we practice as yoga practitioners. So the Ananda Meditation and Yoga Center, this is what we teach, but more importantly, what we practice in our own lives. And we start to experience new experiences of what? Of the awareness of our inner being. But it's not a selfish all about me. By having that inner experience awakening through meditation, hatha practice, chanting, affirmations, all that there is to practice, by getting inside of myself, that is when I begin to experience, this is not about this little person, Sue, from New Orleans, Louisiana, who likes this and who dislikes this. Trying to alleviate the likes and dislikes so much as to experiencing the connectedness with all that is, with other beings, humans, with creation, with all that is, beyond creation. I mean, it's a vast, infinite reality out there. And it's in here. And that's what yoga takes us to. The word yoga means union, coming to learn our union. Now, I'm not going to stand here and talk to you for the rest of these minutes, so I would like to offer to you, if you would like to join me, very simply, perhaps a little bit of the hatha practice. And we're not going to be laying on the floor. It's not conducive here, but this is what we do at Ananda. Ananda Yoga for Higher Awareness is the tradition of yoga that we offer and practice there. For higher awareness, your higher self, my higher self. This is why we do the practice of hatha. And then that helps to prepare the body to be able to sit. Sit in stillness for meditation. That's the ancient practice of yoga, has been passed down. It was used way back when, 5,000 plus. I'm sure it's much older than that, but they can't prove it so much. beyond that when they found the etchings in the caveman and the cave women in yoga postures. That's 5,000 plus years ago. And who knows how old yoga was then. So helping the body to be able to sit still after the hatha practice to meditate. And since we use chanting at Ananda always before we meditate, I brought my guitar. And normally there we would use a guitar, a harmonium. Sometimes once a month we have kirtans, which means lots of chanting. Then we would have, hopefully, Indian tabla drums, little kirtans, little cymbals, wooden flutes, depending on what musicians can come on our once a month kirtan. So, if you would like, let me, if I may, ask you to stand up. That may drive the video person absolutely crazy. I'm sorry. But we're going to do what we're going to do, all right? So if you want to turn off the video for a moment, you're welcome to do so. So just feel your body. Stand nice and tall. Let's inhale and take the shoulders up and back. And then as you exhale, let them come away from your ears. And feel the center of your chest. It's open, a little more open than probably before. Let's do that again. As you inhale, shoulders float up. We take them back, and then they float down as you exhale. Do that one more time in a natural rhythm for you. And then just breathe very softly and feel the body. Just feel it. Now, because you have neighbors right next to you, this is going to be interesting. Okie dokie. Let's see what we're going to do. If you have a neighbor next to you, how about one step forward and one step backward? That'll help a little bit. And just turn your palms upward. And relax the shoulders and keep the heart center very open. And inhale up. Let's put the palms together. And as you exhale, let the shoulders come down. Let your elbows bend. And breathe. And let your elbows, if it's comfortable, just come toward the back side of your body a little bit more. And then just relax again. Just feel what's going on. If your body is speaking and saying, I want out of this, slowly lower your arms. But let's all come out together now. So inhale and reach up. Come on your toes if you want, and then exhale and open. Arms back by your side. And now let's sit down again. Sit, if you will, on the edge of your chair, a little bit on the edge. Good. And up straight and tall. And we're going to do a very gentle twist. Now, you know your body, you know your spine. If you shouldn't be twisting, please take care of yourself and do what's right. But we're going to do it in 3 parts. We're going to have a lower spine, that's your low back, and below the waist. The middle spine, we're going to say, is around the shoulders. And the upper spine is going to be the head and the neck. Okay? So we're going to inhale, and then we're going to twist. Don't do this yet. Exhale, just the low spine. Now notice the shoulders go along for the ride. We're going to exhale here. Then we're going to inhale again. Then just the middle back is going to turn. That means the shoulders turn. Now normally my head would be kumsa. Do you know what that means in New Orleans terms? Like this. Like this. All right? On the third inhalation, we'll be tall. And then finally, the head will turn on the exhale. And then that's it. That's a gentle twist. Okay, so we're going to do that together. We're going to be twisting. Let me see which way we're going to be going. We're going to be going in this direction. Okay? So inhale tall. Just the low spine twist. The shoulders kind of follow, but they don't twist. And breathe. And then when you inhale again, just be tall in your spine. Then let the shoulders slightly turn that same direction and exhale there. Then you inhale again, and finally it is the head, the neck that turns. No stress. No stress in the spine. Just breathe. Just going to breathe 2 or 3 breaths right there. In your lovely twist. I hope it feels very good. If it doesn't, slowly come out, please. And as we come out, we're going to do it in 1 breath, and it is going to be the head that moves first this time. So slowly inhale, move the head, then the shoulders, then the low spine, and then as you exhale, you're back to neutral. Just feel within you. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit of relaxation. Let's go the other way. Don't forget, low spine in the first breath. So inhale tall. Exhale, the low spine turns, and you exhale here, and then you inhale tallness. On the exhale, the shoulders will move, and the center of the chest turns. One more time, you inhale tall, and then the chin slowly turns. Try not to lift the chin high, and just slightly turning the head toward the back side of the room. Breathing 2 or 3 breaths. And then on an inhale, we'll come back all at once. Head moves first, we're inhaling, shoulders move second, low spine. And now you're just breathing naturally. Just feel again, hopefully it feels good. Yoga is about helping you to relax, let go of stress, feel the energy within you, and feel the oneness with all that is. Okay? Now from that place, we're going to just do a very brief, I was going to say meditation. We're going to chant first. 2 words. I brought one of my most difficult chants today. Reveal thyself. So we're calling out to the divine within us. Not out there. The divine self is out there, but the divine self is within us as well. So let me pick up the guitar. And again, this is going to be much briefer than we would do it ordinarily, but for time, we're going to do it. It's just going to be reveal thyself. And just hum with me the first time through it, and then you can sing with me, hopefully. If you'd like to close your eyes, that's always very acceptable around our center. You're not sleeping, you are dynamically sitting. The eyes are gazing like you're looking out in the distance toward the mountaintops. Not toward the floor, but more gently lifted. Reveal thyself, 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 reveal thyself. Now sing with me if you will. Reveal thyself, 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 reveal thyself. We'll do this one more time, very inward. Reveal thyself, 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 reveal thyself. And now keeping the eyes closed, just going into a very brief awareness of a meditation technique. Just observe that your breath is coming in, your breath is going out. This happens all the time, but now we're using the mind, allowing it to stay focused on the presence of your own breath coming in and going out. So see if you can just feel the presence of breath. Let's move awareness up to the nose area. Gently, cool air comes in, a little warmer air goes out as you exhale, and trying not, if possible, to control it. Just relaxing, sitting dynamically, but letting go of the body, observing the breath coming in and going out. I'm just going to be quiet for about 30 seconds. Just enjoy sitting still, going within and observing your breath. 30 seconds. And now, keeping the eyes closed, let's slowly inhale. Again, feel the energy rising. Long, slow inhale, and immediately long, slow exhale. Just let the breath go all the way out. And now just for another 20 seconds, just be. Not even having to watch the breath, just being, feeling that experience of inner stillness as well as outer stillness, deep inside. And of course, I'd like to leave you here much longer. And yet, just noticed, even the air conditioner went off for us. Feeling the peace, the calmness, inner stillness, the contentment in this moment, the joy of your highest divine reality that exists within you. And if you would like to open your eyes, certainly feel free to do so. If you want to keep them closed, again, I'll know that you are still in that attitude of meditation and just being present in this moment. Isn't that so important? To be present in the moment. It's all we really have is this moment. In meditation, hatha yoga, the chanting, all of this helps us in life, in everyday life. This is what the benefits of this practice of the Raja Yoga can bring us to learning to function in life, everyday life, more calmly, more peacefully, more joyfully. I have found myself, it's not an instant thing, it's part of the journey, learning to be in the moment and not always getting exactly what we want. Otherwise, we'd all be totally peaceful, totally joyful, wouldn't we? But it's enjoying the journey with other like-minded souls, people who are aspiring toward the same thing. So I just like to say that the little experience, the brief one, let me say, that we just had, a little hatha yoga practice, a little chanting practice, a little meditation practice. And I hope that just that brief experience will awaken within you, if this feels right for you, to use any of the tools or all. I mean, I'm so blessed to use all of them and more, and to be able to share them. Ananda is a non-profit center. We're not a business. We are a spiritual center that welcomes all beings who would like to practice any of the yoga practices of the Raja practice. We're located 3 or 4 blocks directly north of this building, so very convenient if you live in the area. But I used to work way on the other side of Irving and drive to the other side of 75 when our center was over there as a new student some 13, 14 years ago. And you know what? It was so joyful. I learned to be joyful driving in the traffic. That was proving to me that already, only after a few months of practice, these tools were working, that I could be joyful in the traffic on 635 clear across town. So I'd like to see if there are any questions, because I could talk forever, but the most important thing is to give you the experience, is what I have found for myself and others' feedback, to give you the experience. But let's see if there are any questions on whatever we've just done or anything of the Raja Yoga practice. Yes?
Did you say hatha was yoga, and what was the level of yoga of hatha?
Okay, hatha, H-A-T-H-A, yoga, is the physical practice of all of the yoga practices. That is the asanas. Asana simply means posture or pose. So the yoga postures, hatha, is when you see people in the tree pose without a guitar around their neck. When you see them in the warrior pose. Okay, that's hatha yoga. That's the physical branch of the big picture of Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga includes hatha, meditation, yamas, niyamas, on and on and on. Oh gosh, what would I recommend you start with? Of all of these practices, each individual is very different, but I guess I'd always have to say I would talk with the person first and see what felt right, and yet I'll say, and yet, I keep saying, and yet, meditation. But learning to sit in the stillness. You know, if someone's not ready for learning to sit still, some people say, I can't sit still. Well, then I would say, well, come do a gentle hatha yoga practice. Move the body, release some stress in it. And always at the end of our hatha practice at Ananda anyway, we do finish in savasana, which is laying on the floor with a guided visualization type of meditation. Okay, so each individual, it is going to depend on whether they want to start with hatha yoga or meditation. And yet, I would always say, if you feel to and you're ready to sit to meditate, but learn a meditation technique, whether it's from Ananda or whoever it might be from. Don't just try to sit there and on your own. I mean, this body and this mind engage all day long. There are proven ancient techniques that these things work. So better to find a teacher or a book, but many, including myself, have read books, and eventually we all seek out a teacher. Where it's just the way I'm seeing lots of heads say yes. That's the way it is. So if you feel to start in a book, do it. If not, find someone who's practicing techniques that have been around a long time. They prove themselves that they do work, or they wouldn't keep existing. And yoga has been around for so many thousands of years. That told me something, even in my intellect, that there's got to be something to this, and I'm going to explore it. So I've been doing the hatha practice for solidly for about 13 years now as a student, and then certified as an Ananda yoga teacher for some maybe 7 years. I kind of lose track of time here. That's good or bad news. Okay. So I know that wasn't a black or white type of answer, but isn't that about life? It's not a black and white answers usually. So it depends on the individual. And I'd be happy to talk with anyone if I could be of any service. It is my joy for the last 10 years to be the director of Ananda Yoga and Meditation Center here. And then we have a much larger retreat center, a very large, vast retreat center in Northern California, where again, all people are welcome as long as they're open to the practices of meditation and yoga. It's not like you have to be in one certain tradition of yoga or meditation. All people are welcome as long as they're open to learning and sitting still. But again, not beyond your capacity. If 20 minutes is enough, then that's fine. You can get up and leave the meditation. If you want to meditate for an hour and a half there, you can find hour-and-a-half meditations in our community. We do have a spiritual community there in Northern California and other places around the United States as well. But those of us in the world, here we are, learning to find the light in the world. And if you choose to use the practices of Raja Yoga, meditation and all of that it includes, certainly we would welcome you to come to our center. Our kirtan's once a month. I do have schedules here. That was a very devotional chant, let me say that. We have some that are very energetic. We still take that energy of chanting inward and helping the energy to rise within us, because that's what we want in meditation and yoga. We want our energy not to so much go downward and out into the senses. We do that a lot in the everyday life, but as a practicing, aspiring yogi, we are trying to have our energies go inward and upward, because this is the seat. All traditions say, the upper energy centers is where we find enlightenment. And so we know we want our energies to go inward and upward. So, of the other chants? this life flowing through my veins? Can it be other than divine? In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one with the infinite Om. In thy light, in thy love, in thy joy, I am one with the infinite Om. So you see, can you hear harmoniums, drums, kirtals, wooden flutes, and singing that many times, and then getting softer and softer and softer. It's a very blissful experience, but I may be partial. I've been playing the guitar. My upbringing was Catholic, and I've been playing guitar masses since I was in college. So I am a little partial to the music part, meaning the devotion of the heart through music in my spiritual practices. Okay, my time is just about up. Did I see a hand? If you have a question, I'll gladly speak with you after. I thought I saw a hand go up. I do have handouts right here, our schedule, and also a yoga workshop. This will be yoga to awaken the chakras. So if you're interested in that, it's a very gentle practice of the hatha practice, using the postures to stimulate the energy, starting in the lower energy centers and working all the way up to the crown chakra. So bless you all. Hope to see you. And I'm here for questions outside.